Hello everyone, this is Moshe, the Electric Israeli, all dressed up. I'm going to the temple to atone for my weekly sins. Anyway, before I start, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to my channel and click on that bell reminder so you can see every time I post a new video so you don't miss it. And of course, support my awesome channel by becoming a Patreon. And now let's go straight into the topic. The other day I posted a video about the massive job losses created by the transition from producing regular combustion cars to electric cars, and how fewer workers you would need to produce electric cars versus regular combustion engine cars. And that is true, and I mentioned that in the other video, and that is true for every new technology and every new thing that happens, and people are resisted because it's natural, it's protective, and on and on and on. But let me propose the following. Of the opportunities that we can have with the electric revolution and with the new energy and new ways to create power and to mobilize people from one place to the other. Listen, here are the facts. We've been stuck in traffic for 100 years, and we've been breathing fumes for 100 years, and we've been burning coal to generate heat and power for 150 years, and on and on. You get my point. And it served a great purpose, and it moved people from poverty to prosperity, really. I mean, what's been happening in the last 150 years in terms of human advancement is remarkable, never in history of human beings. That said, the ramifications and the environmental impact and the carbon footprint is just unsustainable. It's tremendous, and this is something we should not play with. We should not take a chance. What if we are right, and this is going to bring catastrophe to the world? And besides, there is no need to prove the point that breathing carbon is bad for you. Smoking cigarettes is bad for you. I used to smoke for many years, and it's killing, and we know that. And why should we even resist this idea of living more sustainable and clean life and clean world? So obviously it can have a devastating effect on people who used to manufacture something and you need much less. But you can say that about anything. You can say that about any manufacturer. Today, you going to any factory, you don't see hundreds and thousands of people putting something, screwing a screw. Okay, it's all done, automated and all that. But just consider this: how about transition to complete solar panels throughout the United States, throughout the world, and how many jobs this is going to create? It's not a difficult skill, by the way. It's not a difficult skill, both men and women. How about transforming our rail system, which is 19th century style? For God's sake, it's like Back to the Future. I mean, give me a break. Hyperloop. Have you been following what Hyperloop technology can do? They are testing it in Colorado, in another place, I forget, but definitely in Colorado. They have the test tubes there. I mean, do you imagine transforming the rail system to that? How many jobs that's going to create? Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of pouring concrete for platforms and the tubes and the maintenance and all that, and producing those cars and producing those things. Windmills throughout the East Coast on the West Coast, and inside the ocean to create power. I mean, the new technology can create by far more jobs, B, much better jobs, C, jobs that are not going anywhere. You're going to continue to update and you continue to reinvent and to continue to connect people. we waste so much time in traffic. Imagine going from Washington to New York in 30 minutes instead of. Sometimes I drive to visit my son in Maryland, and it takes me 4 hours, 5 hours. How about getting into a tube and getting there in 20 minutes or 30 minutes? How about cross country in an hour and a half or 2 instead of 5 days? If you want to drive, or if you or 6 hours in the flight, but 3 hours before, 3 hours after, just in airport business. Can you imagine that? So before we say, oh my God, it's gonna create some great opportunities. Yes, it's gonna be a painful transition, like there is in any new technology that comes around. What can you do? But look what the cell phone revolution did. How many jobs it create, and how many new opportunities for working online, from doing all your business from your phone, and how many people work from home because of the internet revolution, and on and on and on we go. All right, give me some suggestions. What else can we do to make this transition the least painful and the most opportunistic and lucrative, so everybody makes money and prosper even more than we are now? Let me know in the comments. Again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Help me change the world one electric car at a time. And help the Electric Israeli channel by becoming a patron. And I'll see you tomorrow.